We asked one of the most prolific writers we know for his thoughts this week. Here's John Dickerson.
In his inaugural address, President Trump promised that
the forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer.
He promised action on behalf of those who had been ignored by the powerful and to fix a system that had kept them ignored. This week, protesters took to the streets to fix a broken system. They marched on behalf of forgotten men and women. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. Forgotten that they were citizens, forgotten that they were human. President George W. Bush said Floyd's death resulted from systemic racism, the latest in a long series of tragedies. Not incidents, but victims of a system that had forgotten them. The marchers pushing across the nation sought justice, which starts with a recognition. Some answer was required to the cry of pain, to show that it was heard, not in the ear, but in the heart. Justice requires a hearing. This was a moment for a president. A few paragraphs and the usual brief fibrillation of public care were not enough. In a nation dedicated to equality, the president is the one official who represents everybody and who could use his office to focus national concern. A president could bear witness. We know what it looks like when a president considers an issue vital. He takes emergency action. When he doesn't, that sends a signal too. Monday night, President Trump made his emergency move. He walked from the White House to St. John's, the church of the presidents, spending the full armory of political capital, symbolism, and concern. He did so not as a balm, but a rebuke. He held the Bible not for comfort, but as a cudgel. Protesters had come to the White House to ask that their agony not be swept aside this time. Law and order president's show of force, they were swept aside by shield and smoke. It will not soon be forgotten, which is what the forgotten men and women and their allies hoped the president would help them say about their cause, too.
We'll be talking with John next week about his new book, The Hardest Job in the World.